So Concord is a game that came out of nowhere from Sony. And now I'm not too sure if we've had any real good marketing on this, to be honest with you. It seems like this game came out of nowhere and Sony's trying to quickly sell this on. Now this is a $40 game, bearing in mind. From what I've seen of it, it looks kind of like Overwatch. In the sense of just like a hero shooter. Now, it's not doing well at all, and I'm not really surprised. This is pretty bad for Sony, and I'm sure it's going to be an absolute waste of money. And I give it, I don't give it that long before they maybe end up cancelling this game, or very soon. It's kind of sad, to be honest, because I do wish these sort of games would do very well, because again, come on, it's a game that's released by Sony, for fuck's sake. You know, if that doesn't do well, there's something wrong they're doing. Now, I don't know whether the marketing behind this game just isn't there. It doesn't surprise me if it wasn't. Just looking through Twitter, it looks like a fair amount of people are playing it. Obviously, some people are making fun of it. But yeah, there is on Twitch, there is more people watching Diddy Kong Racing than actual Concord. Wow. Now, Concord has, if we just check the Steam charts right now, it's failing quite badly. Now, I thought it was like a glitch at first. I thought there was a glitch wrong with like Steam charts or something like that, and maybe it's just not processing it properly. There is currently 305 people playing it as we speak, and a all-time peak of 697. Now, I kind of scratch my head and think, sorry, what? A Sony game, or a game published by Sony, I think, having Sony's backing, and it's got this amount of players. I don't see what's happening here. What's going on? Now, the Steam page is kind of surprising, to be honest. It's there are a lot of it feels a bit weird, to be honest. 79% of 199 reviews are mostly positive. But you know, what is going on with this game? I know I've seen some people, there are 240 positive reviews and 57 negative reviews on this. Which is, again, not surprising. Let's just read a few Steam reviews off. It's not bad, but not good either. And in the hero shooter market, there's a better free option available. Of course, Overwatch is. I remember Overwatch did used to be paid, but they became Overwatch 2 became free to play and pretty much overtook Overwatch 1. This should be free to play to even have a chance. If not, this will die quickly. Hell, it's already on life support. Yeah, these are the kind of numbers I expect for an indie studio. These are the kind of numbers for that type of stuff. Okay, they release a game, maybe they don't have enough for marketing, and they try to push it out with word of mouth, and that's about it. You know, that's what I would expect from a very small studio, them type of numbers. You know, but from a company like Sony or stuff, surely like their marketing is up there, right? They can put. Now, I have seen a few videos on YouTube, adverts on it, but other than that, I don't really see them quite a lot. I haven't seen marketing anywhere else for this game. I don't know whether that's because they just didn't bother marketing it and they just wanted to see how it would go without marketing. And obviously, I'm not saying it all needs marketing. I personally think it's not just down to marketing why this game isn't doing well. It's probably because it's got the $40 price tag. That's a lot of money. You could, in fact, use your money wisely and just go and buy Helldivers fucking 2 at that point. You know, go and buy Helldivers 2. You'll have a better experience. It'll be more fun and everything like that. Don't waste your money on this game. It's a hero shooter. There are already hero shooters out there. Quite a fair amount of copy ones, but if you want to play a hero shooter, you've got Overwatch right there. Let me preface by saying Concord is not a bad game. I went into the game with no expectations. I initially was drawn to the game because I am a fan of Destiny. However, I found several aspects of the game itself to be frustrating. The graphics and presentation are phenomenal. The cutscenes and character and acting are superb. Presentation and UI are top-notch. Movement, gunplay feel good. Love the map design. PC performance feels spotty even on the recommended settings. Keybinds were frequently unresponsive in combat. Matches feel extremely short. Character designs are hit or miss. The guy I played as reminded me of John Concord. Conclusion: unless you are itching for a new hero shooter, I'd say wait for a sale. Being only online only, I'm a bit concerned whether this game will still have an audience several months down the road. It may, but if not, what happens is that the people who bought this game and support this game will have an extremely long matchmaking queues, and that's not very fun. I do hope this game succeeds because it is trying to do its own thing, but it just wasn't for me. Again, I think free-to-play this game should be. I don't understand. I don't know if it's got seasons. If it's got seasons, why on earth, and if it's got a store and stuff like that, why on earth is this not free-to-play? You know, in this market, if you want to release games, especially that are competing and very similar to other games like Overwatch specifically, that is a free-to-play game. Hell. And I don't know, it's just like the cheek that Sony would do something like this and release something like this, especially again in a market like this. I mean, Overwatch 2 is like burning through. They're doing incredibly well. I think Overwatch 2 now has 37,000 people playing it currently, and an all-time peak of 55,000. You know, it's a very liked game, and that's just on Steam. People on Battle.net, I'm sure there's probably a good 20,000, and there's probably a good 100,000 to 500,000 playing on all devices. So there's a lot of people who like it, and if you're going to release something very similar to Overwatch, or a hero shooter, then you've got to try and, well, compete. And it's like Fortnite releasing another Battle Royale, but you have to pay for it. This is like, Call of Duty did this. They released a Battle Royale game, with Call of Duty, Black Ops 4. They released it in the actual paid game. You couldn't get it free to play. Of course, it failed fairly quickly, to be honest. Partly because, well, you had to pay for it. So a lot of people were kind of like, okay. Well, obviously the people who loved Battle Royales played the game through when they bought the game. However, it kind of damaged it. Now, again, I think it should be free to play. Give that game a better chance. It makes it a little bit more better for the devs as well, because they had to bend their ass over just to actually get this game out. It kind of feels like a bit of a punch in the face to them, to be honest. We had to release again. They seem very passionate about the project. They seem very passionate about making this game, and I can't lie, it looks like a good game, but it's just that price tag, and just Sony trying to make a little quick cash grab, it looks like. Now I don't know what the numbers are on PlayStation. It's hard to tell, obviously, because you can't get player counts. It's just a lot harder to know. So maybe there's more on PlayStation. I don't know. However, it's still a big failure, this. And at first I kind of thought it was like, it was like a glitch or something coming from like Steam charts or something, but genuinely speaking, no, it's not. No, the reviews on Steam are pretty decent. They're better than I thought they were. Now, I don't know if a lot of these are just gaming journalists or whatever, I don't know. But the reviews are a hell of a lot better than I actually thought, which I guess is a good thing. I don't know. Oh wait. Okay, so apparently the account on Steam called Sweet Baby Inc. detected apparently detected that this is by Sweet Baby Inc. Concord is one of the gas games that Sony is developing in tentative to thrive in this market. Since I got it first revealed during the first week this year, started to play, doesn't make any mystery regarding its DEI influence. I mean, even if the fucking robot has pronouns. As always, we have forced diversity and a bunch of very uglified women. This is coming from Sweet Baby, the Sweet Baby Inc. thing that came out a few months ago. This is the website for it. And at last, but not least, here's a statement by SIE in their official website, a commitment to DIE. Diversity in gaming industry, preparing and nurturing underrepresented talent for a career in the gaming industry by offering scholarship programs, mentoring, and exposing opportunities to inspire greater diversity in games and accessibility in products. I remember this did happen with Black Myth as well. There was a lot of controversy with the whole diversity or lack of diversity. Obviously, a lot of people were just like, shut up with the bullshit, I'm playing the game either way. No, I don't. This is kind of sad. Is this why it's failing as well? I don't know. Is it they're trying to make it as diverse as possible to try and, Gen Z love diverse. And look at the game. It's just not doing well, is it? Represent at PlayStation, collaborating with DEI group and the wider business on topics of ethnicity, diversity, and representation to help make PlayStation the best place to work and play for everyone. So apparently, DEI. What is DEI? Let me actually Google what DEI is. Diversity, inclusive, or whatever, isn't it? What is... Oh, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, apparently it's DEI, and it's Sweet Baby Inc. as well. I don't know if they're involved in it. I know they caused a lot of controversy last year with them being involved with games. And a lot of it, again, it went viral. A page on Steam, Steam group, more specific, actually created a sort of thing. Now, Sweet Baby Inc., I think, just to run you down with what they are, they're like a diversity group, an inclusion group. I don't exactly know what they do, Sweet Baby Inc. However, they go round with developers and work with them on diversity and stuff like that. That's from what I get anyway. Okay, so this is what it says. Sweet Baby Inc. is a Canadian narrative development and conclusion studio based in Morel, founded by former Ubisoft employees, including... Okay, so... This is what Sweet Baby Inc. says on the thing. Founded in Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and conclusion studio working around the globe. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video games industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone. So pretty much they are people who latch onto a game and say, if you don't make this game diverse, you're a little bitch. That's what it gets. So apparently, I don't know if it's involved in this as well. Sweet Baby Inc. Is that kind of why it's failing? I don't know, but I do know a few months ago that did cause a fair bit of I think last year it was now, that did cause a fair bit of controversy within the gaming community, because a lot of people were like, we don't want any part of this shit. We don't want any part of this diversity bullshit. So I'm guessing that's part of it as well. I'm not entirely sure. Let's read a few other sort of Steam reviews as well. I would read PlayStation reviews, but of course they don't have that feature. They have a feature you can rate games, but you can't review games. I still don't know why they don't have that feature. It's 2024, nearly 2025, and you still don't have a feature like that. Holy shit, are you okay? I don't know. Anyway. Let's get back to where we were. It's not terrible, it's not also good, and you can do way better in this genre for free. Go to Overwatch. Free to play, wait for Marvel Rivals, all provide better experience and will still be online in 12 months. Yeah, I think this game, it will shrivel down to a very small community, and anybody who's spent $40 on this is probably going to be looking back in a few months and being like, I've just been fucking scammed. Again, it seems like it's like a little quick cash grab for Sony for some reason. I don't know why you would release a game that others, like your competitors, have it free to play. To me anyway, it seems just really shitty. However, let's read a few more Steam reviews. Live service, below average. Yeah, that's a live service game. Now, I know Call of Duty is kind of a live service game. It didn't used to be. But yeah, the live service game, and you have to pay for that. But I just see live service games now as it's becoming more common to see live service games, and unfortunately I don't really like live service games because most of them will end up either dead or, well, they shut down the fucking servers on your ass. I know they did this with The Crew. They shut down that game, and because it's always online, boom, there you go. There goes your chances of ever enjoying that game. And of course, Ubisoft don't give a shit about you, which is not surprising at all because, well, they're cunts. Okay, what else? Focus on microtransactions, $40 game. I love how you have the cheek to charge people for microtransactions, and a battle pass and everything like that. However, you charge $40 on top of that just to actually play the fucking thing. What are you doing, Sony? Like, surely you would have made, like, realistically, wouldn't you have made more money putting this free to play and then just making people be charged for the battle pass? Like, that's how most free to play games. Look at, look at other games in the space, you know? They do incredibly well free to play. And with the battle pass, you know, either all that or release the battle royale. Actually, don't release, but release a free part of the game. You know, like Call of Duty at least does that. They don't make you if you want the full game, you have to go out and buy it. But you could play Warzone for free. You know. What else? The ingredients were chosen to make a perfect waste of time. I'm not too sure why someone would buy this when there are other hero shooters out there. TF2 Overwatch is free. TF2 is free. Yeah, that's another good game. TF2. Valorant is free, and upcoming Fragpunk, Marvel Studios, and Deadlock will be free. There is no way this game lasts. Indeed. I don't know why there's very little negative reviews on this game. I'm not entirely sure. There's still negative reviews, but not as many as I thought there would be. And I don't know whether that's because, well, the only people that are actually buying this game are the people that are pretty positive about this, but then again, you would have to be, wouldn't you, to spend $40 on this game? Which, in my opinion, I wouldn't justify for hell. Right here. Why in a team-based game am I limited to communications with my team in an optional voice channel? Why can't I type, hey, let's regroup to my teammates? I tried it and refunded it. Oh, wow, he's only got 0.7 hours on it. Okay, he's not even got an hour on it. Tried this thing, he refunded it. I'm having severe FPS drops during combat with the new drivers. This has the makings of a good game, but lacks polish, animation, movement, feels janky compared to games like Overwatch, Destiny, Apex Legends, Warframe, etc. Also, there is an excessive amount of prompts and pop-ups that you have to get through before you can get into the game. I shouldn't have to click and accept 10 plus screens before I'm in a game. I decided to give this game a chance, and I ended up liking the gameplay. However, the game runs bad. I have RTX 3060, 16 gigs of RAM, and Ryzen 5 5600, and I can't even get stable 60 FPS. Unfortunately, this game is a giant turd. Whoa, that's in development for 8 years. 8 years? What? Holy shit! Okay, that's the first time I've heard that. 8 years. 8 motherfucking years. Holy shit. 8 years they wasted on this garbage. Oh man, what a waste of time. What the fuck? 8 years. Surely in that time you could have made fucking a good ass game, right? God of War. Well, actually, no, they're not the studio that make it, are they? But still, they could have made a fucking banger of game. But no, let's just make a live service hero fucking shooter. What? 8 years? What the fuck? Oh, in 8 years, it really took you to be like, let's release this at $40 fucking dollars. That'll be a brilliant thing. It took you 8 years just for less than 1,000 people to play it on launch day on Steam. What a joke of a company you are, Sony. How did you approve this shit, right? How did you actually go? Because you guys published it. You definitely put the budget in behind this thing. And you're just like, oh, well, you're never going to make a return on your fucking investment with this. I don't know how much you spent on this game. I'm sure it was probably in the millions somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But 8 years for this garbage, and this is the outcome. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I think everyone who's part of this dev studio is probably going to get fired within a few months. I'd be surprised if they don't, because, well, they've just cost Sony a lot of money as well. And then again, well, actually, what am I on about? Sony has cost themselves money. Why would you waste a development team for 8 years on something like this? You know? Especially releasing it fucking slap it free to play, for fuck's sake. You know, it'll give you a bit of a chance to actually make something good. It's a fucking exclusive for PlayStation as well. You know, I'm sure people on PlayStation will end up purchasing it. Most people are just going to look at that game like, motherfucker, that shit should be free. And I don't blame them doing that. It should be free, in my opinion. Performance aside, it feels soulless and generic. Not sure what they were thinking with this one. I give them the benefit of the doubt due to Helldivers 2, but I don't make my mistake. Wouldn't recommend even if it's free to play. Oh wow. Okay, well that's kind of not what you want to hear if somebody doesn't recommend it if it's not free to play either. But yeah, I'm very shocked. That it's why. I don't know why on earth you would waste and allocate. I don't know why you would allocate and waste precious time, like 8 years. You could have done a lot with that time. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, that is disgusting, to be honest with you. It's quite sad as well, to be honest. Why on earth you would actually waste a significant amount of time doing stuff like that? It more tells me that what you're doing is you just don't care about the studio at all. You don't care about anything, which doesn't really surprise me at all. It's Sony. I know that they've already been in a bit of controversy at the beginning of this year with Helldivers 2. But yeah, all I can say about Concord, I haven't played it. I'm not going to play it, but the gameplay I've seen, it looks heavily like Overwatch. But just with a $40 price tag, and is taken a shit ton of time to make. And a lot of people are angry at it with all the pronouns and the diversity bullshit. So, hey, what can I say? Do I reckon when you buying this? No. If you really want a game, go and buy Helldivers 2 with that. It's like a few dollars cheaper. I think it's like $40 as well, Helldivers 2. Go and buy that game instead. You know, or in fact, I got a better one for you. Go and look on Steam chat sales, or just go and look on like console sales. There's like all sorts of sales going on. You can pick 2, 3, 4 games up for that price, even more. You know, you can pick a good 6 games up probably for that price. You probably end up having a lot more fun with them games than you will with that garbage. Stop wasting your money on garbage live service games that won't even make it a year. This time, I want to give it like a year. I might come back and talk about it again and see how well the game's doing again. But what a failure from Sony! It's kind of gobsmacked me, to be honest. Seeing this from Sony, it's like you're looking at it and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? You know, this is like Sony. This is fucking Sony. You know, surely it should be doing a lot better than this, but of course it isn't. However, my review of this, even though I've never played it, don't fucking buy it. Use your money on something else wise. Stop wasting your money on garbage like this shite.